What's up, guys? My name is Caden. Welcome to this track guide for the Super Formula car at Monza. This is a quali lap with quali fuel and push pass on throughout the entire lap here. Come out, get a nice wide exit, use all the track for your top speed. Coming for the run down into T1. So coming into T1, my reference can use this reference on the ground. So between here and the 100-meter board is going to be pretty on it. You're going to be pretty on the limit of the braking. So coming in, downshifts, bring in. You want to cut the curb really hard here. So really hard. I might even be able to cut the curb a little bit harder, but this is pretty safe. Gonna gain you a lot of time. So come in, transition, a little bit of throttle, bring the car out, and then get back onto the brakes here. Just a tiny bit. You only need like 5-10%. And same with the throttle, you don't want to spin your rears. Come in, use second gear for the exit. It's going to give you a smoother exit. You're still going to potentially get wheel spin if you come on throttle too hard like I do here. But use all the track. Stay tight to the white line through turn 3. Coming up to the second chicane. A little bit of the same action here. Brake at the 100-meter board. Nice. And then, just like the last chicane, gonna cut insanely hard. Can cut really hard here. It's critical to your lap time here. Go on to a small cut here. You pop the sausage curb, you're just gonna bounce your way out, and it's gonna be really slow. So you wanna drive up and make sure you get a smooth drive off. Get on throttle around the halfway point of the corner. You can use a little bit of throttle, bring your way through, and then finish out your throttle here. Gonna make sure you're all the way left. The tree, this tree right here to this orange, like Marshall's post almost, little track cutout, are pretty meant for braking references. Come in, get it on to the white line. Look for like kind of this, but you're gonna want to start getting on power basically just before you hit this. So about like 2-3 car lengths before you hit that. Look for the barrier. There's some trees on the right here that you can look for reference. Or if you're looking straight forward, you can aim for when your car is just about pointing at these trees, because your rotation should be just about the same through the corner if you're holding the apex for hopping on throttle. Use all the track. Your off track doesn't happen until your tires all the way come off to this white line, so you'll probably be touching the gravel at that point. Make sure you come back. 50 is a pretty good reference for this corner. When I just turn in, this corner has some banking, so you're gonna lose a little bit of your turn in early on, and then you're gonna get grip up later. Pretty much the apex is where you should just hop on throttle, because the corner can be quite tight. Same thing like the last corner. You can come all the way out to this. Up here there's a bump. You're kind of forced to hit it. You don't really lose much time, but just be aware of that. Be careful also if you're pushing too hard through this corner. You can get a massive snap into this wall on the right here. This happened a few times for me in my prep, but just be on the lookout for that. Usually, second, third lap, you should be fine. Hold it tight. Make sure you're not crossing the middle. Stay tight to the white line on either side of the track, because there's actually like a little, like, I guess, divot. I'm not sure what it is, but it bottoms out your car for a second, and it can lose you like 100th to a little bit of time. Probably critical in those defenses, to be honest. Here, we're going to be looking down for our brake reference. If you want to be extra safe, started this oil stain right here. Mine's going to be usually midway through this oil sort of slick here to complete edge. Complete edge, I'm going to overshoot the corner, kind of like I did here. Go on double downshift into fourth or fifth. Fourth is what I usually end up going down to. So make sure, get your turn in early. Make sure you're hitting this apex. I take this corner a little bit bad, so I'll cut to a lap where from another session where I take the corner actually pretty well. Gonna wanna can extend pretty hard here. Make sure you get the pivot well. Can get pretty decently on power, but just be aware the car will be pretty fine on the edge here. You can try to pop that curb. Sometimes popping that curb is fine, but if you're able to get right enough where you don't have to pop that curb, I would just take that option. It really won't lose you much time. Here, you can extend pretty much tire all the way to edge here. I recommend trying to get back. There might be an off track sometimes if you don't get back before the curb ends. So here's an example of a cleaner Ascari. This one is going to be a bit better. So braking halfway down that oil slick, getting a good turn in, going down fourth gear. Not exciting too far, but getting right, being comfortable on the throttle, and then not popping the curb because I had the grip to be able to get right enough and then go all the way back left. So one more time, full speed, so you can get a feel of what it's like at full speed. Come down to the straight here. Just keep it straight, slow drive across. So reference, pretty much ended this green path to the 50-meter board. I usually take it quite casually at the green patch. Gonna want to smooth on your brakes and not spike it. It's gonna keep a little bit of that stability and be able to keep your minimum speed up. I usually go down to fourth here, and like I said, between actually this wooden post right here to this wooden post right here are usually pretty good power on points. Gonna try keep the car right, come over to the pit entry, and scrape this wall. That'll gain you about a tenth to about half a tenth from a normal line. This has been a track guide. I do coaching services. If you want coaching, join my Discord. The link is in description. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, you can DM me on Discord or through my Discord server.